Don't. It's not allowed. Don't film me, please. Man getting ready to go offshore. And here we have the first indication of a crime. There was a traffic accident. Hello and welcome everybody to another video. In today's video, it will be a little bit cold, chilly, bit nippy, because we will be in Greenland. In front of you, you see the flag of Greenland, which I personally feel like I have never seen before, however, which appears to be very beautiful to me. This video is inspired by a YouTube channel that I have been following, which is called Q's Greenland. I will put it in the description, where Q, a person from Greenland, talks about Greenland. So there's loads to learn there, loads of things I didn't know. It's a very nice channel. Go check it out. So my idea for today's video is to Greenland's capital Nuuk, which by all means is not a big city. I believe it has something between 40 and 50,000 Greenlanders living in it. And yeah, perhaps a few remarks before I go onto the map and go to the airport, because you can only fly to Nuuk. Greenland is, just as the Faroe Islands, part of Denmark, of the Danish crown. I believe that many Greenlanders wish for another situation, wish for independence. And yeah, one thing that always struck me about Greenland is that it appears to be this like massive ice block in the north. And surprisingly, Greenland is not as big as you might think. Well, part of the reason why we think Greenland is so big is because of the map projection that we are using. But I don't know if you know this website, the true size of, and you type a country. Now I have typed here Greenland in my case already, and you can move it so that it appears in its real size. And we see that Greenland is, much smaller than the United States. Of course, compared to European countries, it's still very big, but perhaps it has a similar size to Kazakhstan or Mongolia, and it is not as massive as previously believed. Yeah, I think without further ado, I will go to the map, do a classic map runner map exploration video. I will find Greenland's capital. You see all cities or villages there are all on the coast where there's no permanent ice, it seems. And Nuuk is just right here. It looks small, but it has everything one could wish for. And yeah, let's start at this airport here, somewhere around here. Something like this. You see, Air Greenland operates here, which I guess is maybe the only airline that flies there. I'm not too sure. You probably have to fly out of Copenhagen. I'm also not too sure. Maybe it also flies to the Faroe Islands. I'm not too sure. So yeah, here we arrive in Greenland. I greeted already by the very characteristic Greenlandic stone field landscape, and we'll be going into the city and just really see what it's like, see if we find anything interesting that we come across. What car are we having? Okay, it's unclear. Similar to Iceland, the landscape of Greenland greets us with very big snowy mountains in the background. And it looks very sort of, it's a landscape like no other. Like, to me it looks very beautiful. I'm not so familiar with these kind of landscapes, what you can do and can't do, as in like, for example, how difficult is it to build in this ground? If it's just stone, it must be very difficult. And I think that is one of the reasons why many houses are kind of like on stilts. The other thing is maybe that you don't get the cold from the ground so much into the house by elevating it a little bit up. But yeah, I don't know. Can you do any sort of agriculture here? You know, what do people eat? Where's the food coming from? Is it all to be delivered? Or do people just eat canned food? Probably not. These and many other questions I will probably not be able to answer in this video, since we have no way of interacting with a local. Um, but still, we'll find out. As a side research question, now that I'm coming from the airport, which I assume is kind of one of the main roads in Greenland, away from the airport to the main city, but it has only 2 lanes. So my research question is, are there any roads in Greenland with 4 lanes? Or is it simply not necessary? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, place like any other sort of industrial complexes around the airport. Here's some extremely strange, useless bridge. It's nice. I'm not too sure it was ultimately necessary, but okay. This is a bus stop, I guess, because look how covered it is. You can imagine that it gets very cold here. Probably even has some heating inside, or I don't know. I don't know. Again, one of these moments on the map where I can't really move. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, my apologies. My batteries of my recorder slash sound interface slash audio interface. Well, anyway, some of my batteries were empty, so hopefully hopefully the image didn't move and you'll be all just fine. Now, one thing I've noticed is that houses are very colorful. And maybe people are as well. But just to make a classic joke of mine, maybe the houses are so colorful so that when it snows you can find them. Maybe not. Why am I stuck here? I didn't want to be here, so stuck. Let's go back to the main road and roll into the city like window down, some rap music on, as one would instinctively do here in Greenland, that is so famous for its hip-hop music. So through Q's videos, the YouTuber that I mentioned in the beginning, I know a few things. For example, that there is a supermarket here in Greenland, just like any other European supermarket, that is very expensive. Because so much things probably have to be imported somehow. But yeah, I don't know if we will find it, because I know vaguely where it is, but like, is that enough? Look how these houses are on this mountain here. Crazy landscape. And this is probably one of the more sort of like inhabitable parts of Greenland, you know. All these houses there in the background, crazy. We should go there later. But for now, I want to stay in this city that really is only city center, I guess. I mean, it has a few kilometers you could make here. But I guess, for example, if you would be a runner and you want to go for a run, you always have to run around the whole city to make any sort of kilometers. This really also makes me want to go to the Faroe Islands, where all the houses have green roofs. But let's stay in Greenland for now. This would be just outrageous if I would just go to another place now, not delivering on the promise of exploring Nuuk. It much looks like some sort of like Arctic architecture, if that means anything to you. Like the houses have these like kind of facade elements that I just put on there, which maybe is also some kind of insulation, I don't know, but it kind of really reminds me of this McMurdo research station video that I've posted a few weeks or a few months ago. It's a similar kind of architecture that you get in these cold areas, you know, houses are not on the ground. They have these roofs so that the snow can slide off, basically, these saddle roofs. It's very sort of like functional. So the only real sort of decoration or like unnecessary decoration would be the color. You know, these are very sort of like pre-made, prefabricated houses. Well, some of them, not all of them. It looks as if... Here's a shipyard. Even the ship is on stilts. Now, okay. And we are traveling here, by the way, one of the main roads into Nuuk proper, which is a bit further away than I initially anticipated. So we have to be a little patient. Very beautiful though. Even imagine living here. Life is okay, I guess, huh? I don't know anything else about Greenland. I don't know how much crime there is, poverty, homelessness, all these things. Probably, I mean, crime, perhaps, but homelessness and poverty, I don't know, like, it's hard to say. Maybe people actually all know one another and, you know, no one would have to be homeless. You would just stay with your family or like, I don't know. Maybe it is all very different from that. Oops, took the wrong turn. I should have gone. Ah, okay. Wait, what is that? How did I how did I get into this tunnel? Crazy. This is really a repeating motif here in my videos. I'm getting stuck in tunnels somehow. But anyway, oh, little Greenlandic children that have to go all these stairs to their houses every day. That's why it is generally culturally assumed that Greenlandic people have strong legs because of all the little hills they have here. So somehow, want to be on this road. Oops. Oh, how dizzy you want to make me. And now we go here. More stairs there, by the way. Now we go here. And just behind this stone on the right, there should be Nuuk. I mean, we are in Nuuk, but there should be Nuuk city center. I mean, we are in Nuuk city center, kind of. But you know what I mean. City proper. We're a bit in the outskirts here. It's really hard for me to say if these are residential houses or offices. Like, if this was in Germany or the UK, I would probably think, like, okay, it's an office, but maybe it is residential. I mean, probably it is. It looks, okay, looks a bit more residential. So here we have a house there that could be one of the highest in Nuuk. Okay. If we go down here, we would be kind of on the main road, I guess. What do we have? September 2014, and people are dressed up quite warmly. I wonder how warm or cold it is. I mean, there's no snow, there's some sun. Well, good, fair to say, sometimes when the sun is out, it actually gets quite chilly. There are no clouds keeping in the warmth on the earth. I don't know if that makes any sense meteorologically. It's some kind of wasteland that in other cities would have been a park, but I guess nothing really grows here. Maybe we do see a tree somewhere. This would be quite astonishing. First we see a cemetery, and the fence looks a bit like it's just been hammered a little bit too much into the ground. But okay. Hmm. Isn't it just pretty nice here somehow? It's like a small seaside town in a northern country. Bank Nordic. I think also from Q's videos, she was explaining that everyone kind of has the same bank here. You know, there are maybe a few big companies where people all work, so they all know one another. Skolebus, school bus, and Brukseni, I think it's called Brukseni, is the supermarket. Uh, I don't know, this might be a Greenlandic supermarket brand. It's not like a Carrefour Express. And I don't know if this is the only branch of it, like the only supermarket here. It's not so easy to say. But all of this shows how much I actually, or how little I actually know about Greenland. Absolutely nothing. And I have the feeling that traveling through the city center here will not change that very much. But let's be hopeful. Hopeful that we actually discover something we didn't know. For example, will we find any graffiti? I believe so far we have not seen a four-lane road, and I have not seen any graffiti. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What is the wild youth of Nuuk doing? Tuapanguit Intellicop. Yeah, the language is difficult and cute. Okay. I mean, even these residential houses here, half of Greenland must be living in them. I also find myself that I'm thinking that 40,000 people is much less than it actually is. Um, I think 40,000 you wouldn't know all one another, would you? It would be all kind of familiar, especially because it's not like a city with 40,000 people in the UK or something, but you know this is Greenland, you know, you're a Greenlandic person, and this is a kind of the only bigger city here. So I guess there's a different sort of friendliness or familiarity to it. I would think so, at least. Okay, let's go back here. I think this doesn't lead anywhere. And let's go up here again. I guess if we would be walking, we would just could walk in all sorts of places. I don't see so many fences. And with the stone, it should be quite easy to walk. Okay, I'm also not getting anywhere here. Let me just go here. And go this way. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's move on with our life. Lots of stuff is being built here, I feel like. And these bridges are really cool. Admittedly, I have to say that. Okay. Sorry that I'm sometimes jumping, it's just get so stuck, then I get so aggressive. Look at these houses here in the background, they are very nice. They are very, very nice. I mean, so far overall it's been nice. It looks so peaceful here. So peaceful. And somewhat so cozy. Wow, this one mountain there in the background is really, is a proper mountain. And it's so, if you think about it, so iconic for some cities to have this mountain sort of in the background. Think about Mount Fuji and Tokyo. Think about maybe the Yerevan and the Ararat mountain, although I think they're not so close together. Think about yeah, maybe that's it. It was just me trying to derive a, I don't know, general theory about something based on one case where this is the one situation where this is the case. I think we go back right here where it says Nuuk on the map. Like I have the feeling that somehow, like maybe it's just the street view imagery, but my feeling is that we will always come across the same roads all the time. Because like there's no ring road. Nuuk Art Museum. This shall be my next destination. Wow, look at this architecture. Crazy. Very old, huh? 80s, 70s. It looks a bit rough, but I really don't know if it is. I'm going here because I want to go to where it says Art Museum. I want to see what an art museum in Nuuk looks like. Is it here? Yeah, I think so. So it looks like this. Nuuk Kunstmuseum. Yeah, okay, I mean it looks like the other buildings, but it has this tower there and this red pipe or chimney. Good. What else can we find here? Some kind of skate park. Cool. Some kind of, I guess, event room. Cool. Some kind of big ass pipe. Pretty darn cool. Okay. Then let's go back here to where I was before. Remember? I've seen this before. And go down this street. And the next one right, because there is some cultural center. And in the lack of anything else, we can at least look at what the map suggests us. Ah, this is the cultural center. Nuuk culture. perhaps? NC? Wait. Wow. It's much. Oi, 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 oi. That's really not what I expected. Kind of nice, huh? Looks so seamless. I wonder what one does in a cultural center. Exchange culture. A cultural exchange. Alright. Here it says Old Nuuk on the map. And I think that's where we should go. Maybe that's a church? So I guess maybe people are religious? Are they Christian here? I really don't know. How would we know? I don't think we would. Okay. I mean, Old Nuuk is basically a more, I guess you could say, more traditional way of building houses here. Smaller streets. Always these massive houses. Well, massive by Greenlandic standards. Here at the distance. But anyway, this street view coverage ends there. So my suggestion would be to go back through the city center now and then go maybe take a different route, a different street through the city center. Maybe find something else. And then go to the other side that I said earlier, let's go there later, to these, I guess, residential houses that stand there, if I remember where it was. And maybe from there we can have a good view at, a good look at Nuuk. I don't actually know how to pronounce this, please help me. Um, yeah, so we have taken this street. Well, okay, I think we have to take this street. We can help ourselves a little bit up the hill, get a little push. Here we see the Danish flag, the Greenlandic flag, and some other flag. And by the way, of course, since, Greenland is part of Denmark, Greenlanders are citizens of the European Union. Yeah, okay, I can go. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, okay. Let's do it this way then. Wow, massive mountains. Here we have been, so I guess we can ignore that for now and go. No, here. No, we have to go. Well, I'm so confused. Unnecessarily confused. Where are. Ah, yeah, okay. I think that I was looking somewhere over here. Okay. Sorry about that. But wasn't I looking at these places here? October. Well, what a difference between September and October weather-wise, huh? Sorry, I really just teleported myself here now from the map. But these houses that I wanted to look at are not here. There we can see Nuuk though. Hardly though, but we can see it. Now, this little side quest has gained some relevance to me now because these were not houses then, these were like this industrial area. Okay, yeah, well, with this new knowledge, there's probably nothing to pursue there. And we might be better off calling it a day, or yeah, we could have a look at the hospital. So, welcome back everyone to Nuuk City Center. Here are some houses we have seen. I'm thinking constantly where I would live here, you know, which is the best house, which has the best view. And this here is the hospital. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Wow, look at this pipe. Oi, 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 oi. For pipe fetishists, this is really the journey. We should do a whole new video just exploring the pipe situation here in Nuuk because it's piping hot, I would say. Oh, look at this little house. Oh, looked better from the other side. Looks like it's just standing here next to the hospital, just kind of left. Very cute. Very cute indeed. Yeah, in all honesty. Oh, don't. It's not allowed. Don't film me, please. Man getting ready to go offshore. And here we have the first indication of a crime. There was a traffic accident. Well, I've heard that the police is already looking into it. Mm-hmm. This house looks like a sort of like a PlayStation or something, doesn't it? I don't know, PlayStation 2, 3, 4. Please, government of Greenland, build a sidewalk here. All right. I guess with this nice view, we could call it a day and call it an exploration. So I think that it has been interesting. We have learned how Nuuk looks and whatever interpretation you make based upon it. I found it very cozy. I found it very cute. Lots of nice houses, nice little colored wooden houses. Lots of new architecture, which just doesn't fit in there, but I guess maybe it's necessary or it's cheaper or it's, well, the same problems occur in every other city where new architecture just is not as nice. But. So thank you very much for watching this video and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.